Welcome to the Gemstones Podcast. This is your host, Zack. I got my co-host with me, LP, and I got my girl Shy with me. We want to thank you guys for tuning in for another episode of the Gemstones Podcast, and we're going to go ahead and get into it right now. So to start it out, I'm going to go ahead and jump in for you. My topic today is going to be something nice, cool, and easy. We're just going to have a nice little debate about artists real quick. We're going to have a nice little sip challenge, as we would call it. So the leading person for this sip challenge is going to be the one, the only, Miss Beyonce from the H-Town. So how this is gonna go is like this. Beyonce is gonna be the leading person, and I'm gonna say another artist's name, and we can either all raise our hand or say yes or no that that artist is better or not better than Beyonce. Everybody cool with that?
Sure.
So Beyonce being the first, do we think Ashanti is better than Beyonce?
No.
You right. She got some hits, but she ain't got no Beyonce hits. She did too much in her career to be
She can't even sing.
Lord, girl, Jack.
I'm just playing.
What about Rihanna?
Baby. We talking about music wise or we talking about business wise?
Artists, so music. I'm talking about like being an artist. Yeah.
I'm
gonna say yeah, but that's the only reason I'm gonna say yeah is because I feel like I've listened to more Rihanna music than I have Beyonce music. And that's the only way I can say it because I know more of Rihanna's catalog than I do of Beyonce's catalog.
And why is that?
Probably because I've had a crush on Rihanna more. Probably the only reason why.
It's a good reason.
That's 30 years strong in the game, no? Almost 30 years. That nigga been around forever. Okay. What about Mariah Carey?
That's a tricky one. It depends. I think Mariah Carey may have had a longer career than her and still, being relevant with her longevity. So I'm on the fence with that one.
I'm going to say no. And the reason I'm going to say no is because, yes, Mariah does have some key songs, but I'm not going to say you mostly know her for that damn Christmas CD.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I'm saying relevance. You know what I'm saying? Like, Beyonce is a global name. So is Mariah Carey. She's a global name. But for our generation, we haven't really heard Mariah make music. But the generations before us heard her make music because she was making music, doing albums then. Like, I think at this stage in her career, when we were coming up, she was kind of like on the tail end, like, I ain't really got to do too much. I quote unquote made it, so to speak. So,
You think the same thing, Shaw? So you still got B over Mariah?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with B over Mariah.
Okay. So all three of us said B. What about Chris Brown and Beyonce? That's a tough one. I feel like they're the same.
Why is it tough? It's not tough.
On some real stuff. I feel like it's tough because you could kind of say them two is the same artists, but just different genders almost because they both dominated since they came in. They've both been around doing the same type of music, stadiums, everything.
Beyonce came in with a group, Destiny Child, then branched off. Chris Brown been a solo act his whole career.
He has, but if I'm talking about I still see B as they could be tied almost. I don't got an answer for that one.
I would say the only reason why I say Chris is because, in my opinion, when you look at Beyonce's career and how it's been shaped and molded, you know what I'm saying? And then when you look at Chris Brown's career, he had some, some things take place that, where his career was trying to be derailed, but his talent and his work ethic couldn't be denied. You know what I'm saying? That's the only reason why I say Chris over Beyonce, because the adversity he overcame. He overcame a lot of adversity, and he still was putting out hits. I mean, Chris Brown is a global name for sure. I mean, he used to have a sponsorship with Double Mint Gum, but I mean, all that stuff went away. He was on track to probably be a larger name than Michael Jackson, or close to it. If that issue with Rihanna didn't take place, that issue, but he still overcame it. He's still who he is, and he's still selling out arenas 20 years later. Album still hitting. I mean, I can't name a bad album he's put out.
I had this one in the chamber for you and him. I know he's a Chris Brown fan. You a Beyonce fan. Come on with it, Shy.
I'm gonna go with B because B is the only artist in the whole world that is a celebrity to the celebrity. She's the only one. Of Mariah, Chris Brown.
Hold up, say that one more time. What you say?
Beyonce is the only artist in the world that is a celebrity to other celebrities. Like Beyonce will have a line of celebrities waiting to take a picture with her, including the top of the people, the Selena, everybody is waiting to talk to Beyonce. She's like a celebrity of celebrities. And Chris Brown, he's a global superstar. He's iconic. That situation with Rihanna happened, and he had multiple situations after that as well that happened. So it wasn't just Rihanna situation that's kind of tarnished his light per se. Yeah, so I mean he has a few things that kind of tarnish his light. Doesn't make him. He's still a great artist. He's definitely still in the top 10. I don't know about top 5, but he's definitely in the top 10. But ain't nobody messing with Beyonce. Like, even if I wasn't a fan of Beyonce, ain't nobody messing with Beyonce because she just check all the boxes. Like, she is nobody, no. And even comparing, you can't compare Chris Brown to Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson, he had people passing out. He had grown men fainting at his tours. Beyonce has grown people passing out at her concert. Beyonce has grown people flying to see her in Paris, London, Barcelona, then seeing her in America, like $400 million tour grossing.
Man, when this man announced he was on tour, his tour was sold out in hours. When he announced he was going on tour, like I think he's on tour right now. His tour sold out in hours. Same thing with Beyonce. Her tour sells out in hours. I mean, both
he
of
like
them.
Drake though. He is sensible. Beyonce not as sensible.
I don't think he like Drake. I think he's even above Drake. I think he gave Drake a couple alley hoops on some songs to change his sound, Drake's sound. I think Chris Brown has a universal sound. He's trying to change the game at times. So does Beyonce. She has that effect as well, where she can change. I mean, she did country. We see Big X trying to put out a country album just now. I mean, it go pretty hard. Big X to put. It go pretty hard so far. But I think Beyonce is a pioneer as far as, changing the sound and changing the way. But Chris Brown is, in his own right, has done the same. I think just for me, for our generation, I think he's a generational talent. And he is, in my opinion, I'll put him over B. And I only say that just because of how he came in the game. B came, like I keep saying, B came in with a group, then branched off. He came in solo this whole time.
Let me ask you a question on that then. Is B coming in with a group a hindrance to her?
To me, it is.
Why would it be a hindrance though? Because we all know she was the leader of the group.
Well, that's just like Young Jeezy and Gucci Mane, right? Like they both can be considered, trap guys, like a trap music. T.I. Well, let's put T.I. in there because T.I. in there too. So T.I., Gucci, and Jeezy, they considered like, the founding fathers of trap music, right? Okay, but Gucci came in solo, T.I. came in solo, Jeezy came in with Boys in the Hood, right? And then he branched off, and then we got to see the Thug Motivation 1-on-1, the Pyrex pot, what it's cooking like. Then, but we already had Heavy by Gucci. We already had 24s by T.I. So to me, they got a head start because they was already on that solo mission, and they was trying to master their craft when it came to the quote unquote trap music. So when the discussion came about like who founded trap, in my mind, I was like, I'm putting T.I. and Gucci before Jeezy. Jeezy for sure got some slappers. And anyone who knows me know I like me some Jeezy, like for sure. But when it came to being a founding father, I put T.I. and Gucci over Jeezy. And it's the same, and that's how I see it, even with this conversation with Beyonce and Chris Brown right now. I will put Chris Brown over her just because when you look at the whole overarching picture of their career, at one point she was in a group. She may have been a leader of their group, but she still had a group. B was on his own. So, I mean, he had individual projects, solo projects, all those projects to help propel him into master his craft earlier, which is why we see what we see now, because he's been on his own for so long. And mind you, we keep forgetting Beyonce is married to Jay-Z, who is one of the founding fathers of, being involved with record labels. So she has, kind of a leg up.
All the greatest artists in the world started off in a group, including Chris Brown.
What group
Chris Brown was in a group too.
What group was he in?
I forgot the name of it, but I know I listened to a podcast recently with him on there. He talked about the group he was in before he got his solo deal. Then he also was crunk dancing with Tom and the Clown and all of them. that gained him a lot of notoriety as well. But like I said,
But
most
what was that? Was that a mainstream group or was that just some mom and
it
pop?
was a local group. It was a
Okay,
group in
it
his
was like
hometown.
some mom and pop stuff. Like I'm saying,
Yeah. So I mean,
Beyonce
but
wasn't a
that group
mainstream
helped.
group.
He was in church, and that group helped develop him as an artist. Just like with Beyonce, even though her group went mainstream, that foundation helps develop the artistry. All good artists, including Michael Jackson, all good artists start off in a group. It's like the foundation.
I don't think music Michael Jackson is a good example because Michael Jackson started off as a kid singing.
Yeah, but he was still in a group.
Yeah, but he was a
Now,
kid.
also, now you mentioned something about trap music. Yeah, Ti is a pioneer of trap music because he made it mainstream. He was the first trap music artist to go platinum. But he's not the. They none of them are the originators of trap music. Trap music came from a DJ in a house in Atlanta that was mixing the beats, and his name was DJ Trap. That's the originator of trap music. Now I can give a history lesson. I can go further, but
I'm saying as far as
That's who originated trap music. They adapted the sound because one of them is not even from Atlanta. Who ain't from Atlanta? Ain't Jeezy from Alabama or somewhere?
no, they are from Atlanta.
No, they not.
Yes,
One
they
of them
are.
not from.
They was
One of
trying to
them
say
not. No,
Gucci Man.
Gucci's not from
He's
Atlanta.
from Atlanta. Oh, his grandmother is from Alabama. That's what that was the whole beef. They said that in the beef. He came out in the beef. You look at the documentary, they was talking about
Nah, he was born in Birmingham. He might have
okay.
been grew up in Atlanta, but he ain't from Atlanta. But
Oh,
yeah, so
You
Shy,
can
let me
be
get you
born
too.
somewhere. You can be born somewhere and not grow up there.
what you say
Chris
that?
Brown. Chris Brown was in the group when he started in 2007.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, he was in the gospel group.
Cause he talked
Well,
Like she
about it on the
said,
podcast.
he
I'm
was in the
asking, was
gospel.
it mainstream? That's my question. It wasn't mainstream.
Does it matter? He started in
Yeah,
the group.
it does matter.
Wait, wait, wait.
All
I
good
just
artists
named
come from
mainstream
groups.
groups. I just named mainstream groups. Boys in the Hood, mainstream. They got an album. Destiny Child, mainstream. They got albums.
But
That's what
everybody
I'm
has to start
saying.
independent before you get in mainstream, you know.
Well,
So
I
he was independently in
but
the group, but it just didn't go that far. So he branched out and became his own man and went
okay
mainstream.
then. I'm saying so. What I'm saying is for a mainstream artist, if they start off in a group, I feel like if you start mainstream solo, you have just a little bit more because your fight is a little bit different. That's just my opinion. If you got a group, okay, you can get if you got five people in a group, you get five different fan bases. Five people can like each individual in that group. So that's five fan bases coming to that one person. Destiny Child, I think it was three people, four people. I can't remember the exact, but that
Well,
means they had
it was like seven of them. It was girls' time
okay
first.
seven.
It was seven in Destiny Child?
It
So it
was
was
girls'
seven.
time first, and they became Disney Childs later.
Okay, so seven of them. That's
Dang.
seven. That's seven different fan. That's seven different fan bases coming to that group. When you're solo,
But nobody really.
you only have one fan base. So when you branch off from that group, you already kind of got a fan base because you're taking your fan base that you had in your main street group with you, and now you're expanding it. But when you're solo, you're developing your fan base from the start, which means that you have to keep on bringing new music, keep writing hits, keep re-engineering your sound, keep moving with the flow of society with new sound and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So guess what? It's to me, it's a little bit more harder because you're not taking a group with you. You're starting off with some, and then you got to keep delivering. Cardi B said the other day on a podcast, she was like, "Man, I get so much. My expectations so hard for me because she came out with Privacy so good. That was her first. That was her album. It was fire. So guess what? Her fan base expects an album to equally match that, which that challenges her. That challenges her to meet that. But if she had a group, guess what? If they came out with Privacy, she had a group that came out with that, then she branch off. Guess what? Her fan base is gonna come with her with that. And then whatever the expectations that she have with that solo project, it goes from that. That's how I see it.
I can see how you can say that, but I just feel like if you was able to do it in the group and then able to go out on your own, I feel like it's harder because you have that idea of you just being in a group. So they see you as that person only. And for you to be able to branch out and make your own name, I feel like that's a difference in levels to you because you had to break the stigma and make yourself your own person instead of be seen as Destiny Child.
Yeah, I agree. But I still
So
think you got a fan
I,
base.
I mean, yeah, you have a fan base. I mean, yeah, I won't just deny that, but I
But
feel
I'm
like,
also not a big fan of Beyonce.
come on now, don't
We
be
know
like
that.
that. Okay, okay.
I think she cool, but I'm also not a big fan of Beyonce.
All right, all right.
I think there's been other artists better than her.
Next person. How about this thing? Stevie Wonder.
Versus Beyonce?
Yeah.
Stevie.
Beyonce.
Okay.
You gonna put Beyonce? Okay.
Even though Stevie gonna be like my, he gonna be in my, Stevie gonna be in my wedding.
Stevie gonna be in the wedding?
Yeah, he gonna be in my wedding song. But I mean, if we're talking about artists like alive now, nobody ain't touching Beyonce.
I don't even think Beyonce writes her own music. I don't even think I don't
nobody
think she writes her
touching
own
Beyonce.
music.
Now you would say
I don't think she
Michael Jackson and
produces her own
Beyonce.
music.
Hold on, I got you. We still got some more to go.
I don't think she write her own music, produce her own music, none of that.
So Beyonce or Prince?
Prince.
I'm gonna say Prince.
This is gonna be diabolical. I'll probably get killed for this.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Beyonce though. I think only person that's better than Beyonce in the music history is Michael Jackson.
What? No, it's Whitney Houston. You out of pocket. Houston.
Ain't nobody
Houston
else
is
touching
way
Beyonce.
Better. Whitney Houston was way.
And there's no artist in history.
You're gonna say Whitney Houston was not better than Beyonce? Are you gonna? You gonna say that Whitney Houston was not better than
overall, not overall impact.
She can even sing better than her. Are you serious?
It's about overall impact. She don't got it.
She can sing better than overall.
The only person that's touching Beyonce is Michael Jackson.
Michael. All right. Here we go. Right now, I can see we about to go. I can see we about to go crazy with this. So I'm gonna do it like this. Then I want y'all to give me y'all Mount Rushmore. Then give me your top. Give me your Mount Rushmore of your best R&B singers or just singers. Period.
Best R&B singers.
Best R&B or best singers. Period.
Got to put Kelly in there.
Okay.
You got to put Kales on there. We doing 5 or 4?
Which Kales?
R. Kelly.
Mount Rushmore is 4. Let's get 4.
4. Okay.
But you can get an honorable mention too.
Well, I don't need an honorable mention. You got to put R. Kelly in there. You got to put Prince in there. You got to put Whitney Houston on there. R. Prince, Whitney. Cause I put Prince up a mic. For our generation, I would put CB for our generation. I think he's a generational talent for our generation. And I got to do an honorable mention. I'm gonna say Babyface. This because his pen is unmatched. Babyface or Quincy Jones because their pen is unmatched.
Who you got, Sha?
My Mount Rushmore. I'm gonna say Beyonce, Michael Jackson, Whitney Houston, Nicki Minaj.
Off the rip, she had no time to wait. She said, "I know mine."
That's gonna be the Mount. Those are the most talented artists.
But I want to get into Zack
in the last 50 years.
Say it one more time. You said it was who? You said it was Beyonce, Michael.
It's Beyonce, Michael, Whitney, and Nicki Minaj. Those are the 4 superstars that we've seen in the last 50 years. I'm talking about like celebrities of celebrities. Like they're the top superstar. And I'm under the weather, y'all. See everybody listening. The top superstars of the superstars. That's them.
But you said Beyonce is better than Whitney Houston.
Yeah, but that don't mean Whitney in the Mount Rushmore with her.
Okay. I just need to know, how is Beyonce better than Whitney Houston?
I mean, I'm looking at overall right now. Granted, Whitney Houston is the voice, right? She's the greatest voice to me of all time. But overall success, she does not compare to Beyonce. Overall, she don't compare. Okay. Overall, with her sales, with her branding, Whitney never really had any businesses or anything like that going for her. She wasn't a businesswoman. She wasn't, she was a voice. She never wrote any of her music. She doesn't have any writing credits. She was an amazing actress. She's not that good of an actress, but she still has movies and films.
So you would give Whitney the voice over Beyonce, but you give the overall,
for sure.
The overall.
Okay, so for sure,
Beyonce. I give you that.
Whitney's the voice. Whitney's the greatest voice. She's the greatest voice she's the greatest voice of the industry. Period. She's a great voice.
So when we talk about artistry, we're packaging their business as well, right?
Yeah, so when I'm thinking about artistry, I'm packaging their business sense.
Well, hold on though, because I want to add to that. So Beyonce is married to Jay-Z, right? Uh-huh. Whitney Houston was married to Bobby Brown. Obviously, Whitney Houston's career was cut short due to her passing away of her substance use, and obviously, her partner was a part of substance use too, right? Okay.
Yeah, but she wasn't with him then.
Okay, she wasn't with him then. That don't matter. It's just I'm painting a picture.
When Whitney Houston passed away, she had already been.
She had a drug problem. Okay.
She had been in the industry for so many years when she passed away.
How do we know the deals in which Beyonce is getting or is acquiring is not coming from the benefit of being married to Jay-Z, who has his hands in a lot of pots when it comes to businesses in this country?
I'm so happy you asked that. I'm so happy you asked that. Okay. Well, honestly, and he's even said this before. Beyonce has him being married to her and her coming from the school of Matthew Knowles helped Jay Z become a better businessman. Prior to him being with Beyonce, Jay Z did not have his hands in multiple streams of income. He had his 444 Club and he had the Rockaway brand. When he got with Beyonce, his mind expanded beyond urban streetwear and beyond those things. He started to get into art. He started to get into he started to build generational wealth. Now, that could come from age as well. He started to mature. He even said in one of his songs, he might have started to mature and he started to look at things from a different perspective. But Beyonce being the global talent that she is and her coming from the school of Matthew Knowles, which is her daddy.
Okay.
Daddy taught
I
her a
just
lot
wanted to
about
ask these
business,
questions.
and this is why daddy taught her a lot about business, and this is why they've been rich for so long because her daddy did the work, and he flowed that into them. If you look at like I said, if you look at Jay Z and look at the businesses that Jay Z had prior to 2020, 2003, and prior, look at what he had. He did not have much. Everything that Jay Z's acquired has been since he's been with Beyonce. So she might not be the blueprint, quote unquote. That's a double entendre. She might not be the blueprint of his success, but she's definitely a part of that. She's definitely he who finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from the Lord.
Okay.
But don't y'all
On the
ever
preach
forget.
then.
Don't y'all ever forget that. If you look at Jay Z life prior to Beyonce and look at his life after, I'm just saying.
All right. I just think Whitney Houston, in my opinion, if she got to have the longevity which she
did,
she would have had a much
she had
better.
longevity.
I don't think she had longevity. No, I think Beyonce has a longer career than her right now.
No, she don't.
Okay.
Y'all forget Whitney Houston came out in the 80s, and she ain't died until the 2000s. Whitney Houston had
but she was cracked. Well, I shouldn't say that. Lord forgive me. She was on substances, man. And they would talk about her saying, "Oh man, did y'all see Whitney Houston at the awards? She on that her kneecaps lost weight." They would make jokes about her.
Yeah, Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson asked her, was she all right?
Yeah, because she was on substances. If she
they
got
all was on
help,
drugs, including Michael Jackson. They all had drugs. All that generation.
Well, yeah, like the Rick James, the Cameo, the You To Me, all of them used to hit powder and sing songs. And James Brown, that's why they be sweating in the studio. They was hitting powder and popping pills. But if
Teddy jail for me.
I just feel like if she didn't have that substance issue, her image would have been well received.
Nobody cared about her image.
I think they did. I mean,
they care about the voice.
No,
they cared about the singing.
The industry does.
People knew she was on drugs, and nobody cared.
Nah,
nobody tried to help her. Nobody tried to do anything.
The industry does care about image. You cap it. That's cap. Be for real. That's cap. That's why Beyonce is so real respected and so well put on this pedestal because her image has not been touched. Can we name something we know that she's done that's out of pocket? Do we know if she drink? Do we know if she smoke? Do we know if she do drugs? Does she have a sex tape?
We ain't gonna never know.
We ain't gonna never know because it's tight-lipped. That's my point.
She come from the school of Matthew Knowles.
So image does matter. Does matter.
She be a media trainer.
Wow, we just talked about Chris Brown. His image ain't so squeaky clean. Image does matter.
Yeah, cause he using the same stuff Whitney was using.
We don't even know that. That's alleged. Don't be putting misinformation out there. We don't know if that man on powder. We don't know if that man on powder. We don't know that. We can suspect.
He got the same stuff Whitney using.
We can suspect it. We can see the signs and symptoms. You know what I'm saying? We can suspect it, but we don't know that.
Oh, Lord have mercy. All right, let me get my
all the great artists was on something. Except for Beyonce.
That we know of, allegedly.
Yeah, we know.
I'm gonna get my Mount Rushmore in. So I'm gonna have Michael, Kels, Chris Brown, and Luther.
Ooh, Luther. Yeah, you gotta add Luther.
Any man that can sing about a chair, make him cry.
But you
gotta be in the top.
Did y'all see his documentary?
No, I didn't.
I did not. He got a documentary.
Yes. Let me hold you tight.
You going to send me that? I ain't seen that.
Man, the documentary made me cry. He started off doing jingles when he was working for one of them legendary singers. It wasn't Patti LaBelle. It was somebody else, and she fired him. And she was like, "You better than the background singer," and she fired him.
Cold. She gonna tell you better than the background singer than fire me. She ain't give me no help.
But he blew up after that though, so she did him a favor.
She did. She did.
And he used to he used to sing jingles and stuff, and then one of his songs called "Secret Love." That song made me cry after the documentary because he said any love, like he just want to be in love. He said any love, however it, whatever it takes. I said, oh my God, he never had a one true love. Like he never found love. It was like I was like, man, Luther had a hard life. He didn't have a hard life as far as that. He had a hard life because of society and stuff.
My honorable mention would be Prince, and it's got to be because of Purple Rain. That Purple Rain made a brother cry the first time I saw it in the movie when you learned what it was really about.
What's it about? Because I never knew. You saw it in the movies as a kid.
Yeah, he had that movie about his life, that little bioflick. I think it was about his life, was it? Or that just a fake life, whatever. But when he sung Purple Rain, it was about his abusive father. I'm gonna have to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure it's about his abusive father and how his father treated him and everything and his family. That's when he came out with Purple Rain and stuff.
All right, so that's it for today's segment. We thank you guys for tuning in to Gemstone Podcast. Please make sure you follow us on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, and Pandora Podcasts. Also, make sure you guys send us fan mail at gemstonepodcast@gmail.com. That's gemstones podcast@gmail.com. We look forward to hearing you guys. I'm going to let my co-host sign out. I really appreciate it. Out.
All right, y'all. Signing out. See y'all on the next one. Stay tuned for part 2.